Cognitive dissonance arises when individuals attempt to convince themselves of something they don't fully believe. This often occurs after making a purchase or decision that contradicts one's values or beliefs. For example, justifying an expensive, unnecessary purchase by exaggerating its benefits. Another instance is rationalizing, staying in an unfulfilling job by emphasizing its stability. Such rationalizations are defense mechanisms to reduce the discomfort caused by conflicting cognitions. Cognitive dissonance is a common psychological phenomenon affecting many people. This video explores the concept of cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is a psychological phenomenon. The video will explain what cognitive dissonance is and its underlying causes. It will also provide insights into understanding oneself through this concept. The video aims to improve understanding of others by applying the principles of cognitive dissonance. The video seeks to reveal hidden truths about how the mind functions. Cognitive dissonance arises from the mental discomfort of holding conflicting beliefs. It occurs when a person simultaneously holds two or more contradictory ideas. This discomfort is also experienced when actions contradict established beliefs. The feeling is triggered by an inconsistency between what one believes and what one does. Essentially, cognitive dissonance is the brain signaling an internal conflict. The mind can be visualized as a balanced scale. One side of the scale represents an individual's beliefs. The other side of the scale represents their actions. Harmony exists when beliefs and actions are aligned, keeping the scale balanced. Dissonance arises when beliefs and actions conflict, causing the scale to tip. The brain seeks to restore balance, creating a potential point for influence. Cognitive dissonance arises when actions conflict with established beliefs. Smoking, despite knowing its health risks, exemplifies this conflict. Individuals reduce dissonance by justifying their behavior. Justifications include minimizing risks or rationalizing benefits. Cognitive dissonance arises when holding conflicting beliefs, such as caring for animals while consuming meat. This creates psychological discomfort because the love for animals clashes with contributing to their suffering through meat consumption. Individuals may reduce dissonance by believing animals are humanely raised, minimizing the impact of their choices. Another method involves rationalizing meat consumption as a natural human behavior. Humans have a fundamental desire for consistency in their lives. This drive stems from a need to align beliefs and actions. Alignment provides a sense of stability and control. Mismatches between beliefs and actions create unease. This unease signals that something is not right. This motivates individuals to reduce cognitive dissonance. From an evolutionary standpoint, justifying actions may have aided quick ancestral decision-making. Continuous questioning of every choice would have been detrimental to survival. The capacity to justify actions, even imperfect ones, could have been crucial. This ability would have promoted decisiveness and commitment to necessary actions. Cognitive dissonance can be reduced by altering one's beliefs to justify actions. This involves changing personal attitudes to align with behaviors, even if those behaviors are questionable. For instance, cheating might lead to downplaying the importance of grades. This rationalization process helps alleviate the discomfort caused by conflicting thoughts and actions. One method to reduce cognitive dissonance involves altering one's actions. This approach aims to bring actions into harmony with existing beliefs. Changing actions is often the most direct way to resolve dissonance. However, it can also be the most challenging solution to implement. For example, switching to a fuel-efficient vehicle aligns with environmentalist beliefs. Cognitive dissonance can be reduced by altering one's perception of the conflicting situation. This involves downplaying the significance of the conflicting belief. Another method is to amplify the perceived benefits of one's actions. This adjustment aims to create a more consistent cognitive state. For instance, one might rationalize owning a gas-guzzling car by minimizing its environmental impact relative to industrial pollution. Cognitive dissonance can be reduced by adding new cognitions to justify actions. Adding new cognitions involves introducing new beliefs that support your actions or choices. This helps to align beliefs with behavior, reducing mental discomfort. For example, unhealthy eating can be justified by labeling it a special occasion. Another justification is planning to compensate later, such as exercising to burn calories. These added cognitions provide reasons that make the behavior seem more acceptable. An individual joins a cult and dedicates themselves to its beliefs and practices. This dedication often involves significant personal sacrifices made for the group. The cult makes prophecies that are central to its doctrine and the members' beliefs. When these prophecies fail to materialize, the cult member experiences cognitive dissonance. To reduce this dissonance, the member may reinforce their commitment to the cult. This reinforcement can involve rationalizing the failed prophecy as being averted by their devotion. Political affiliation can lead to cognitive dissonance. This dissonance arises when a supported politician acts questionably. Supporters may downplay the significance of these actions. Alternatively, they might emphasize the politician's positive qualities. This is done to maintain their existing support for the politician. The goal is to reduce the mental discomfort caused by conflicting beliefs. Post-decision dissonance is the feeling of regret or uncertainty after making a difficult choice. It arises from recognizing the positive aspects of the rejected option and the negative aspects of the chosen one. To reduce this dissonance, individuals often emphasize the positive features of their chosen option. They may also downplay or exaggerate the negative aspects of the option they did not choose. Cognitive dissonance is a psychological phenomenon that can be leveraged for persuasion. It involves creating a mental conflict or inconsistency in an individual's beliefs or attitudes. This dissonance motivates the individual to reduce the discomfort by changing their attitudes or behaviors. By inducing cognitive dissonance, one can influence a person's actions. This technique is frequently employed in advertising and marketing strategies. The foot-in-the-door technique is a persuasion strategy based on incremental commitment. It starts by securing agreement to a small, initial request. Compliance with the small request increases the likelihood of agreeing to a larger, related request later. This is because refusing the second request would create cognitive dissonance, which individuals tend to avoid. The effort justification effect explains the human tendency to overvalue outcomes achieved through significant effort. This effect arises because expending considerable effort on something creates cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance occurs when the outcome is perceived as underwhelming relative to the effort invested. To reduce this dissonance, individuals subconsciously adjust their perception of the outcome. This adjustment involves convincing oneself that the outcome was indeed worth the effort exerted. Therefore, the perceived value of an outcome increases as a direct result of the effort required to obtain it. Cognitive dissonance significantly impacts interpersonal relationships. Individuals often rationalize or ignore a partner's flaws to preserve relationship harmony. This mechanism helps avoid conflict and maintain stability within the relationship. However, such rationalization can have both positive and negative consequences on the relationship's health. Reducing cognitive dissonance is a natural psychological process. However, rationalization can lead to self-deception if unchecked. Over-rationalizing actions may cause individuals to ignore important truths. This can ultimately result in poor decision-making and negative consequences. The initial step in managing cognitive dissonance involves recognizing its presence. It is important to be aware of moments of inner conflict or discomfort. Self-awareness requires introspection regarding alignment between beliefs and actions. Questioning this alignment is crucial for identifying and addressing cognitive dissonance. Begin by identifying instances of cognitive dissonance. Dedicate time to engage in honest self-reflection. Critically examine your justifications and rationalizations. Assess the validity of your arguments. Determine if you are genuinely convinced by your reasoning. Consider whether you are simply avoiding discomfort. Seeking external perspectives can provide a valuable reality check. Talking to trusted friends or family members can offer insights into your situation. External viewpoints can highlight inconsistencies you might be overlooking. These individuals can provide a more objective assessment of your circumstances. Their feedback can help you gain a clearer understanding of the situation. Consider their advice to make more informed decisions. Embracing discomfort is essential for personal development and growth. Discomfort often arises from cognitive dissonance, a state of holding conflicting beliefs. Cognitive dissonance presents an opportunity to re-evaluate existing beliefs and behaviors. This re-evaluation can lead to positive changes in one's mindset and actions. Avoiding challenges and uncomfortable situations hinders personal growth. Actively facing discomfort fosters resilience and adaptability. The most effective way to manage cognitive dissonance is to align actions with values. This alignment involves living authentically and consistently with core beliefs. Living authentically requires making choices that reflect one's true values. Although challenging, aligning actions with values leads to a more congruent and fulfilling life. Cognitive dissonance can be exploited as a manipulation tactic. Advertisers may induce dissonance to influence consumer choices. Politicians can create dissonance to sway public opinion. Even personal relationships can involve dissonance-based manipulation. Recognizing dissonance helps identify manipulative attempts. Understanding the mechanism of dissonance is key to defending against it. The bait-and-switch tactic involves presenting an appealing offer to attract someone's interest. After the initial commitment, the original offer is replaced with a less attractive option. This substitution creates cognitive dissonance, as the individual has already invested time and effort. To avoid feeling their initial commitment was wasted, people are more likely to accept the less desirable option. The lowball technique starts with an attractive, low-priced offer for a product or service. After the buyer commits, hidden costs or expenses are revealed. These additional costs increase the final price beyond the initial offer. Buyers are more likely to accept these costs due to their initial commitment. Protecting oneself from manipulation requires employing critical thinking. Skepticism is a key tool in discerning truth from deception. Questioning the motives of others is crucial for self-preservation. Be cautious of offers or deals that appear excessively favorable. Such offers often conceal hidden agendas or manipulative tactics. Trusting your intuition can serve as an additional layer of defense. Cognitive dissonance introduces philosophical questions regarding truth and rationalization. It challenges the assumption of human rationality. Humans may prioritize consistency over accuracy. This raises questions about objective truth versus subjective rationalization. Cognitive dissonance mirrors the inherent contradictions within human existence from an existential perspective. Humans are complex entities characterized by conflicting desires and beliefs. Acknowledging and integrating these contradictions can enrich one's life. This integration facilitates a more profound sense of meaning and purpose. Cognitive dissonance, from an evolutionary standpoint, may have aided survival and adaptation. Resolving internal conflicts could have been critical for maintaining a stable worldview. A consistent worldview likely fostered social cohesion within early human groups. Social cohesion would have facilitated cooperation among individuals. Cooperation, in turn, would have increased the chances of survival and successful adaptation to environmental challenges. Neuroscience pinpoints specific brain regions involved in cognitive dissonance. Key regions include the anterior cingulate cortex, ACC, and the prefrontal cortex, PFC. The ACC plays a crucial role in detecting conflicts between thoughts and actions. The PFC is essential for resolving these cognitive conflicts. These brain areas work together to maintain cognitive consistency. Cultural norms exert a substantial influence on cognitive dissonance. Behaviors deemed acceptable in one culture may induce dissonance in another. Cultural differences shape individual perceptions of consistency and conflict. Understanding cultural nuances is essential for effective cross-cultural communication and interaction. Cognitive dissonance research continues to evolve with emerging trends. One key area of focus is the role and influence of emotions in dissonance reduction. Another trend explores the impact of technology on cognitive dissonance experiences. Researchers are also applying dissonance principles to address real-world challenges. These challenges include climate change and political polarization. Many deeply held beliefs may be rationalizations. These rationalizations often serve to reduce cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the discomfort experienced when holding conflicting beliefs. The mind seeks to resolve this discomfort by justifying beliefs. Cognitive flexibility is defined as the ability to adapt thinking and behavior. It allows individuals to effectively respond to changing situations and demands. Cognitive flexibility is essential for managing cognitive dissonance. This skill is critical for navigating the complexities of modern life. Embracing change and re-evaluating beliefs are key components of cognitive flexibility. Emotions significantly impact cognitive dissonance. Fear can intensify the discomfort caused by dissonance. Guilt feelings also amplify the unease associated with dissonance. Shame further exacerbates the negative experience of dissonance. Heightened discomfort drives individuals to take significant actions to reduce dissonance. Understanding these emotional dynamics is crucial for effectively managing cognitive dissonance. Social media platforms can intensify cognitive dissonance through the formation of echo chambers. Echo chambers limit exposure to information confirming pre-existing beliefs. This selective exposure can lead to increased polarization of opinions. Consequently, individuals may develop a resistance to considering alternative perspectives. Cognitive dissonance is a key factor in climate change denial. Many individuals are aware of climate change risks. These individuals continue behaviors that worsen the problem. Dissonance is reduced by downplaying the threat's severity. Rationalizing harmful actions also reduces dissonance. Cognitive dissonance contributes to political polarization. This is achieved by fueling confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to favor information confirming existing beliefs. It also involves avoiding information that contradicts those beliefs. This behavior leads to the creation of echo chambers. These echo chambers exacerbate ideological divides, making compromise difficult. Cognitive dissonance can be a powerful tool for persuasion. It is important to apply cognitive dissonance ethically. Avoid manipulating others or exploiting their vulnerabilities when inducing dissonance. Focus on promoting understanding through its application. Encourage positive change rather than coercion when using cognitive dissonance. Empathy is defined as the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It involves recognizing and relating to the emotional state of others. Empathy is essential for navigating cognitive dissonance within relationships. It promotes mutual understanding and resolution of conflicts. Empathy fosters understanding across cultural and political differences, bridging divides. Understanding cognitive dissonance is the first step toward controlling your thoughts. Become aware of your inherent biases and rationalizations. Actively challenge your existing beliefs and assumptions. Cultivate a willingness to change your mind when presented with new information. Taking control of your mind requires continuous self-reflection and open-mindedness. Life inherently involves complexity and contradictions. Cognitive dissonance is an unavoidable aspect of the human experience. It is important to embrace the challenge of navigating these conflicting ideas. Strive to live authentically, aligning actions with personal values. Integrity is key to maintaining a sense of self-worth amidst life's complexities. The journey of self-discovery is a continuous, lifelong process. Cognitive dissonance is the mental discomfort experienced when holding conflicting beliefs. This discomfort also arises when behaviors contradict beliefs. Dissonance is reduced by altering beliefs to align with actions. Another method to reduce dissonance is changing actions to align with beliefs. Understanding cognitive dissonance aids in making informed decisions and resisting manipulation. Each individual possesses inherent strength that often surpasses their own perceptions. This strength enables the challenging of personal beliefs and the surmounting of inherent biases. It empowers individuals to pursue and achieve a more authentic existence. Confronting inner demons is a necessary step in harnessing this strength. Embracing the journey of self-discovery is crucial for realizing one's full potential. Cognitive dissonance can arise from conflicting beliefs and behaviors. It's important to identify beliefs that may be causing internal conflict. Self-reflection is key to understanding one's own values and behaviors. Examine areas where actions may not align with personal values. Striving for authenticity involves aligning beliefs and behaviors. Consider how your current actions reflect your core values. Identify any inconsistencies or areas of dissonance between your values and actions. Determine small, actionable steps to bridge the gap and live more authentically. Focus on making incremental changes rather than attempting drastic overhauls. Remember that consistent small steps contribute to significant long-term alignment. Thank you for watching this video. If the content was helpful, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more psychology and self-improvement content. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit. Stay curious and continue exploring your mind.